Good afternoon. This is Queen F of Ari'ze Women Network. I am so glad to be before you guys today. We got a whole lot going on, and there's a saying that says that if we put all of our problems all in a pile, that we would not want to take either one of our problems. Because Cali, baby, California is really going through right now with the mudslides. I'm going to take a short break and we're going to come right back and we're going to talk about it. We got some things going on here, some good and some bad. But you know what? We're going to talk about it and we're going to get through this and we're going to try to solve some things and clear some things up in the air. You know, we have to tear some things down so that we can build them up. So let's take a short break, pile on in, get you a drink, get you your tea, your coffee, your mocha, your wine, whatever you're drinking. Just drink responsibly. And I'll see you on the other side. Join us on the Rise Women Network, where our special guests will be speaking about economics, gentrification, colorism, film reviews, health and wellness, reparations, celebrity news, and entrepreneurship. Thank you, and be sure to tune in. And welcome to Rise Women Network. I am Queen F. I am a podcaster, content creator, documentary, materian, all that good stuff. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on the IG, Instagram, under Queen F. Under Facebook is a Rise Women Network. That's with an apostrophe, ARI apostrophe ZE. But it is pronounced Arise and still rise. We've got so much going on. Cali, my Cali people, check in. I have a family member who lives in Cali. He's been keeping up with us and checking in. We've been keeping up with him rather, and he's good as far as we know, him and his family. But as you can see in the title, the flooding is occurring in California. Ellen DeGeneres house flooding. Um, is this a sign from Twitch? I don't know because that looking at this, them waves coming in, the Russian waters, Mother Nature is very, very angry. It appears because I tell you, I'm gonna show this video real quick of Ellen DeGeneres right outside her home. Her home is flooding. She has two homes. She just bought a $70 million home in California, but this one that's flooding is in Monticello. It's I think a $13 million home, but yeah, it's pretty much flooding. And we're gonna just pan over. I'm going to present, and let me turn this music off. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the video of Ellen talking. By now, you've probably seen it if you've been home because a lot of people they're probably at work or, you know, exercising somewhere or, not tuned into the news. But breaking news, Ellen DeGeneres documents Monticello flooding 5 years to the date. So 5 years to the date of 5 years ago, there was a mudslide that killed 23 people in California. And it's 5 years later that this flooding has occurred in California. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and listen to Ellen, and if you can, hopefully you can hear what she's saying. I'll stop the video and repeat what she's saying if you have a problem hearing it. And here we go.
Who lost their homes, their lives. This is crazy. On the 5 year anniversary, we're having unprecedented rain.
So she said people lost their homes. It's flooded. It's crazy. This is the 5 year anniversary of when people lost their homes. And 23 people were, unalived. And so she's documenting this is right outside her home. Just look at the waves.
This street next to our house never flows, ever. Probably about 9 feet up, and it's going to go another 2 feet up. We have horses ready to evacuate. Um, we need to be nicer to Mother Nature, because Mother Nature is not happy with us.
She says we need to be nice with Mother Nature because Mother Nature is not happy with us. That's true, Ellen. I've been telling people all year and last year. Well, this year just began. Happy New Year, everyone. Um, but 2023 coming in with a bang. I told people all last year, I said, there's an old saying back in the day. They used to have a commercial, Mrs. Butterworth, or it was some other kind of commercial, and they was like, it's not nice to fool Mother Nature. And then a big windstorm would, sound would echo through the microphone. So Mother Nature is in control of the environment, and she is not happy with how we're treating people, also, Ellen. She's not happy with how we treat the environment and how we treat each other as people. Now, let's finish listening to Miss DeGeneres.
Let's all do our part. Stay safe, everybody. Yikes.
Wow.
This is Montecito,
Mm.
right at
Wow.
ground zero, where 5 years ago, that terrible mudslide that killed 23 people. The whole town's being evacuated.
Wow. That is crazy. Oh my God. I don't want anyone to die. Like I said, I have a family member that's in California. I pray he is safe and continue to be safe. Whoever's there, please evacuate if you can, if you're in that area. It's a lot going on. A couple of years ago, California was on fire. The woods, the trees, and they say that some campers did it. Some say because of the brush of the heat, against the wood and things like that. But I tell you, we're getting into that time. We're getting close. Revelations. Revelations said all of this would happen. We would see desolate places. And I personally had dreams when I was a young girl, ever since I was a kid, about just buildings being down, leveled on the ground. The sign of desolation is one of the signs of the end of times, Revelations. But let's go back. We need to think. Let's go back a couple of years ago. We lost Kobe Bryant in a airplane crash in 2020, if I'm correct. And right after that, COVID hit. We were all locked in. Um, I don't know. Fast forward to Twitch. Stephen Twitch Boss, who was one of Ella DeGeneres' right hand man. He was a executive producer on their show for over 8 years, from 2014 to 2022, if I'm correct. He all of a sudden got deleted. I won't say did the S word because I don't believe that's what happened. There's a lot of controversy with that, and somebody ain't happy. I just say that. And this person is passed on who is not happy. And there are many people who have passed on that are not happy. There's a lot that is going on in the world that is not good. People are being deleted, taking certain jabs, in the back of the elbow. I'll just say that because we're being censored and they're leaving like flies. There was a newscaster that stated had results of at least 1,000 pro athletes have been unalive since they took the jab in the elbow. Let's pick up the lingo now. We got to speak in Ebonics. 1,000 athletes. That's too many. Um, we're being pushed and shoved around. People have lost their jobs because they didn't take the jab in the elbow. I mean, lost their life savings from Bitcoin or what? Not Bitcoin. I think it's cryptocurrency. My bad. Correct me if I'm wrong. Lost millions and hundreds and thousands of dollars from FTX, the guy who, whatever, swindled billions of dollars out of people. You know, they're supposed to be evicting homeless people in California off the streets if they're homeless and sleeping around outside. I mean, at businesses, but what can people do? Some of those people are veterans. Some of those people have served this country, couldn't find adequate housing, didn't have a sizable income to afford living. Prices for apartments, houses are astronomical. $2,400 for a two-bedroom apartment in, I think, California. In New York, it may be $3,000. It's not only Mother Nature that's not happy, God is not pleased. God is not pleased how we're treating his and her land. Mother Nature, this is her environment. This is her beautiful trees and ocean and flowers and the beautiful landscape. If you look at some of the YouTube videos, beautiful landscape in America and abroad. But the people are being mistreated. The environment is being mistreated. The elements, the grass, the animals, ozone layer, just totally ripping up the sun, the layers of the sun. So we've got to do better. We have got to do better. Uh, Someone knows what happened to Twitch, and that person better step forward and better start talking, sing like a canary, because there's a breakthrough that needs to come with this case, including the Shanquilla Robinson case. Countless other cases. Breonna Taylor, who got deleted up in her own apartment while she was sleeping. Has those individuals been justice being brought for her? Have they been convicted? There's a lot of wrong going on. And like I said, we've got to tear some things down to build back up. It's many podcasters like myself who has wonderful content that we want to bring. I want to do a webinar series. I want to teach the young people how to do e-commerce, how to build a website, how to start a podcast. A lot I want to do, but we can't get to the building up because we're being traumatized. Breaking news, it's always something crazy happening, and we have to kind of keep our content going and letting our subscribers know what's going on. And so we have to do the breaking news. We have to do the traumatic news, and then as an empath, we bond to trauma. We bond to when people are grieving. We want to be everything to everybody, but we can't be. You know, we can't be everything to everyone. We can't solve all the world's problems, but we can bring content to bring solutions to let people know there's a higher power, higher than yourself. Sure, we are God and goddesses. Sure, we have the ability to heal. We have the ability to rise above our mountains and break them down and step on the head of the enemy and crush them. We got to teach that to the young people. We got to teach that to our loved ones. And in the midst of all of that, we still hurt. We still pain. Like Marlon Jackson said when he lost his brother Michael, At his tribute, he said, I hurt. Those are all the words he could bring out. I hurt. We are hurting as empaths. We want to help solve the world's problems, but we still hurt. We're still human. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. And I tell you, if you got any grievances against anyone, forgive them. Do it for yourself. Free yourself. Free your heart. Because out of the heart flows the issues of life. And when you're at dis-ease, you create diseases in your body. You can be dissatisfied. And I know I've been there. I am not perfect. I have done that and probably still sometimes feel dissatisfied or dis-ease with people, but then I cut it off real short and I get back to my gratitude. Look at my gratitude list visually in my brain and say, hey, I've got a lot to be grateful for. I'm doing better than hundreds of thousands of other people. And you are too. So let's not create diseases in our own bodies by being dis-ease with others. We can be disenchanted with them. Like I'm disenchanted with the way the world is going with, in politics and the back and forth, the seem as though, we vote people in for them to like ignore us and not really be for the people. They're just sending trillions, billions of dollars to other countries. And true enough, we have allies. We have to help other countries, but help the people here. Help the veterans sleeping out on the street in California, New York, large cities. Help the homeless young youth, 17, 18 years old, who have lost their ways in life, who had to quit school to work, to support their family. Bring back, the manufacturing jobs and the machine shop jobs, the machine shop classes and studies that we used to have in high school. Bring those back to the studies of improvement we call colleges and high schools. Teach the young people how to have a skill because you can have a college degree and walk around and be homeless because there are no jobs left in that field. Oh, yes. They've eliminated technology. The AI has eliminated a lot of jobs. So snatching away people's benefits and food stamps and their Social Security money that they pay each week, every 2 weeks into their taxes, not being able to help these people when they're disabled, that is wrong. That is a sin. I know personally a person who is disabled and needs to get a proof of disability, and they shucking and jiving around, and a lot of people can't take it. A lot of people are used to being independent and taking care of themselves. So, but we can't forget those people. Those people could be in our family. They could be loved ones. Please, please, please look out for your loved ones. It's coming to the point where we all have to bundle together, kind of like back in the day, in the movie The Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory, when Grandpa, Grandma, Auntie, all of them was bunked up in one room. They shared the grandma and grandpa and the young boy. They shared a bed because they didn't have much. All they had, though, they shared, and that's where it's coming to. Let's not kick people to the curb, including the actors and actresses that have gotten older. We kick people to the curb. One actress, she had did a interview and she was crying. She said she was homeless. She had maybe $200 to her name, and she is a well-known Black actress, very good actress. And she was left with nothing. She said that, when you get a certain age, they look at you different. And heaven forbids if you tell them you have a sickness or something. Oh, you'll never get hired. And as far as in movies, that's why people keep their lives a secret. That's probably why Chadwick Boseman didn't let everyone know. He only let a few people know, like his family, but he didn't share that information about his sickness because they treat you a certain way when you're sick. And I'm gonna leave this and I'm gonna let you guys get back to what you're doing. My brother, who was a veteran, rest his soul, he died last year. He was 71 years old. He was a United States Army veteran. And it had got really tough for him the older he got. He lived in an apartment in Chicago on the south side where every winter months there's very little heat. The heat that did come up, it would go off at a certain point. It didn't heat the apartment, so he had to turn his oven on. Every winter, he was cold, you know. And he said that, when you get older, he said, I'm going to tell you now, people don't treat you right. He lost jobs. They wouldn't hire him because of his age, even though he was able to work. It was age discrimination. He experienced that. And we lost him last year in his apartment. No one knew he was gone. To this day, we don't know what happened, but we have an idea. But I tell you, you better hold on to your loved ones. Call people. Stop this texting. The little funky little texts is okay. But my goodness, pick up the phone and audibly call someone and let them hear your voice. And you hear their voice. Because remember when we were all locked up during the COVID-19 a couple of years ago? Remember we were homebound? And some people, developed depression. Alcoholism was on the rise, domestic violence, because people were isolated. Now we're a little more freer. You can go around people now. Wear a mask if you have to. But visit your elders, your senior citizens, and if your mom and dad is alive, please visit them and take care of them and ask them if they need anything, if they need any help. Need a bag of groceries, you need me to go wash for you. Do that, okay? But no more just looking out for ourselves. It's time to act like a family member. People throw around that word, I love you so much. But I love you means being present, being there for the person. It's an action word, not a noun. Y'all be careful out there in Cali. Brazil is going through something. The people are coming against their governments that are not taking care of them, And then we got problems on the border. But there's more issues going on. I tell you, we are in the age of Aquarius. We're in the book of Revelations at this time. Get your heart right. Pray for people. We pray for the NFL pro athlete Damar Hamlin. He was almost considered dead, and we prayed and unalive. Excuse me. Hope they don't take this video down. But they say he actually went into cardiac arrest 2 times. They had to revive him when he got to the hospital and on the field. But he's alive and on his way home. He's at the hospital now. I tell you, prayer works. Prayer works, honey. Don't give up. I know all these tip people out there, they telling y'all one thing. I tell you, prayer still works. We ain't getting into the religion, but we're going to get into the spirituality. Call those things as though they are. Tear down in the spirit. Build up in the spirit. Pray for your people. California, y'all be careful out there. Evacuate if you have to. You can always get new things. They have many thrift stores and clothing stores. You can get all that stuff. May not be able to get all the pictures, but then we got the cloud. So the pictures that are on your phone, you can make prints of them. Of your loved ones. Just get out and get to safe grounds. Y'all be blessed and be safe. And I'm going to go ahead and end this podcast. And please continue to pray for people. Pray for yourselves. Continue to pray for Damar Hamlin. He's still not totally out the woods. Pray that his speech and everything is intact, and you know, be safe. Make good decisions out there, you guys. All right. So you guys be safe out there and arise in conscious, arise in spirit. I woman I rise. Together we arise. And thank you and be blessed. Join us on the Rise Women Network, where our special guests will be speaking about economics, gentrification, colorism, film reviews, health and wellness, reparations, celebrity news, and entrepreneurship. Thank you and be sure to tune in. Okay, Stephen Twitch Boss. Did Ellen DeGeneres house flooding a sign from Twitch? I mean, it's like, I don't know. Who's going to benefit from this young man being gone? We haven't heard from his wife yet, other than a little tribute she did on Instagram. I'm hoping that there's no type of collusions going on, or it's just something's not adding up right. And who would benefit most from Twitch's death? Who had insurance on him? Because if I'm correct, if a person commits suicide, you cannot cash out or be given insurance funds. It doesn't work that way. But who else would be able to benefit from his death? Ellen DeGeneres just bought a $70 million house. Isn't it ironic that she just bought that house and then the flooding in the Montecito house that she has? Well, she doesn't have to worry about that because that house is pretty much going to be gone because this flooding is really bad. So how did she know to buy another house? Did she see something we didn't see? But for the most part, is this flooding a sign from Twitch? Because when Ellen did a tribute to him on the Ellen Show, when he was alive, it was as though it was a tribute, really a tribute, a memorial tribute. I mean, even he looked a little shocked. It was weird. It really was weird. And then word is some people are saying he lost money in the FTX scam that went on, that which he wasn't a scammer, but he invested money. A lot of people lost millions and billions of dollars. But who would gain from his death? But guess what? Just because a person is went on to the other side doesn't mean their spirit is not alive. So there's hell to pay. I tell you. And that man didn't deserve what happened to him, and he didn't take himself out. Now, that is my opinion. All of this is alleged. This is for entertainment purposes. I really believe this man didn't take himself out. I believe it was a setup. It was a sacrifice. I believe eventually that some of these people that go into, entertainment know about that there is a potential sacrifice that has to be made, and some people agree to it. Some people are probably like, okay, as long as my family cool. But when that time come, are you ready? It's really sad because I tell you, like they say, it's not the money that is the problem. It's the love of money that is the problem. Because through the love of money, there are all type of issues that come up. You know. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you. Yeah, they better get the story right with Twitch and help the rest his spirit. Because I tell you, God don't like ugly. And Mother Nature is not pleased. And thank you for joining me on this podcast. And we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the age of Aquarius. Are we in the age of Aquarius? Are we in Revelations at this time? So make sure you join on a live stream, share your views, and we will be back. Thank you and be blessed. And be sure to like and subscribe. Be blessed. Join us on the Ari'ze Women Network, where our special guests will be speaking about economics, gentrification, colorism, film reviews, health and wellness, reparations, celebrity news, and entrepreneurship. Thank you and be sure to tune in.
You